It was a disaster. Dupes suffocating, food running out, and at one point my entire base turned into a sauna because I didn't know heat was something I had to factor in to my base building. But hey, I learned some painful lessons along the way, and now I want to share my experiences of these 100 days with you. If you're new to Oni, or Oxygen not included, you know, Oni, whatever, this game doesn't hold your hand. It's like thermodynamics mixed with babysitting, and everything wants to kill your kids. But don't worry, by day 100, I went from, why do I have so much polluted oxygen in the air? Oh crap, I'm running out of food. Oh, excuse me. To, okay, maybe I can fix this. Probably. So whether you're just starting out, or you've already flooded your base with chlorine, stick around. I'm gonna show you the dumb mistakes I made, the life-saving tricks I learned, and how to keep your dupes alive long enough to regret ever launching this colony. Hey, and tell you what, hit that subscribe button if you want to see me suffer through 100 more days of this, or better yet, leave in the comments some of your useful survival tips that I need to know as somebody who is still brand new to the game. Alright, starting out on day 1, we need to pick 3 duplicants to be a part of our early stages of the colony. Well, I'm just gonna call them kids. So I decided to go with Steve, Frankie, and Nicola. And here we are. I started out by digging our base out a bit and building some tiles for flooring and building a ladder for another floor. Continuing to dig out and building another floor and also some beds for the kids to sleep in whenever that nighttime comes around. I also need them to go potty, so I built them some outhouses. Hopefully they don't need me to watch them do it. I also had to build some storage bins to store materials after they finish digging, and so they can just put the materials away and so it's not laying on the ground. After they finished building those, for some reason they decided, hey, I'm gonna eat near the shitter, and then they went to bed. On day 2, gotta keep digging out more of the cave, put more floors down, and put a manual generator. That way we can start to get our wire grid sorted for electricity. We get some wires to attach to the battery, and also build more floors. Started to build out the pitcher pump so that they can get water. I don't know what's wrong with my kids. They always want to eat their dinner right next to where they poop. On day 3, I gave them 1 less hour of downtime because we really need them to focus up on the work. They don't need 2 whole hours of downtime. I sent them to dig in the mines with no oxygen, and to build a research station, hook it up with wires, and that way it's got power. Everybody say welcome to our newest kid, Lindsay. We need another place to poop and another place to sleep. On day 4, we're able to use our new research station to research our first research, basic farming research. We built some more floors. On the end of the day, I plan to build some planter boxes so that we can grow food, and then started researching our next research employment. On the start of day 5, we got them to start building the planter boxes and plant mealwood. It's not exactly the best plant in the world, but it'll have to do to feed all these hungry, starving kids that we have to take care of. We finished researching employment and started researching advanced research. You're gonna get tired of hearing research. I had them build a compost so they can take their shit water and have a place to put it when it's all nasty. Wanted the kids to start digging down so we can build them a room to shit and wash their hands. We finished advanced research, and some of the kids have skill points. We upgrade Lindsay to advanced research, Frankie to hard digging, and Nicola to medicine compounding, while preparing to research meal prep. On the beginning of day 6, we finish up the bathroom and have them destroy the other toilets. That way they are forced to use these ones. We upgrade Steve to improve farming and move the single bed to the other beds. That way they're all kind of together. Meal prep finished researching, and I started to research power regulation. We decided to build out the area underneath the sleeping area, and I printed out fertilizer instead of getting another kid. I'm not ready for another kid. We built a little children a table for them to eat at instead of eating right next to the shitter. Put a ration box right next to it, that way they have easy access to their food. And I want to build them a dedicated room to eat at. We finished researching power regulation and started researching interior decorating before sleep time. On day 7, we started building algae terrariums. How they work is they suck in carbon dioxide and produce oxygen in exchange. Most of the carbon dioxide right now is all this red shit. We built another floor, finished interior decorating research, and the top ceiling for the plants. We replaced the normal battery with a jumbo battery. That way it can hold more and lose less power by just sitting there. I started to expand out our wires. That way we can start our electric grid and set up some lights for the plants in the room. Beginning of day 8, I let them build all the stuff I planned overnight, and I want to start a place to dispose of poopy water once we get to the point where we have polluted water that needs to get disposed of, so it's not contaminating our main water supply. I also built a bottle emptier because that's how they're going to have to pour it out. Day 9, I want them to finish up building, so I put the tasks in top priority, which means they have to take care of this first before they do anything else. I printed out some blossom seeds for planting later, and the poop water basin is finally finished by the end of day 9. So day 10 was big. We were able to research and finish 2 types of research, pharmacology and plumbing. So now I can set up pipes to direct nasty water to the pee water basin. Day 11, I commanded them to start sweeping all this stuff on the ground. We were able to start and finish researching sanitation and upgrade Lindsay to the field of researching skill. She's gonna probably just be our main researcher. On day 12, I want to try setting up a proper bathroom, and after I get that set up, I just had them sweep things up because there's so much stuff on the ground. Day 13, let's just get the kids to start sweeping all this stuff up. We'll make it their priority. Day 14, alright kids, let's go. Let's get this all swept up before we do anything else. And we got to work starting to clean all this polluted oxygen so they can stop getting sick. On day 15, we got rid of most of the carbon dioxide, so I decided to start getting rid of some of these algae terrariums because we don't need them. On day 16, we're still sweeping. Almost done. I set Nicola to focus on sweeping and storing for now, built a supercomputer, and started work towards a deodorizer, which would help get rid of this polluted oxygen. Day 17, just spent time getting closer to cleaning all the polluted oxygen. Slowly but surely, we will get there. Day 18, we're so close to getting rid of this yellow air, we can prevent them from getting sick, at least from the polluted oxygen. Just gotta wait on it to finish researching. I decided it's time to get one more kid for the labor force. Everybody welcome Abe. Day 19, we get the deodorizer set up, and we start to set up a sick bay for the residents. Day 20, the deodorizer is set up and is starting to get rid of all the yellow air. Let's go. Started digging out a place to store a lot of clean water to make it moving it more efficient. Day 21, I let them go about trying to dig all this up for a basin for the fresh water, and then I started researching air systems. Day 22, I realized I gotta get the kids more food, so I decided to start planting more crops, level up Lindsay to astronomy, and Abe to improved carrying 1. We finished setting up the med bay as well as made a station to make medicine. Day 23, getting ready to grow more plants and keep working on building the water basin and get more meal wood growing for the kids. Day 24, still working on building the basin and starting to work on getting this carbon dioxide filtered. Decided to make the basin an immediate priority and almost got it done today, but for sure will be done on day 25. Day 25, I emptied all the water into the basin and put the finishing touches on it. Now that I have a basin of clean water, I can start building water pipes to make toilets, showers, and normal sinks. On day 26, I wanted to move around the deodorizers, and I got someone to clean out the toilets because they are full of you nasty fucks just shitting and pissing all the time. Got the water pump done, now I gotta build pipes and give it power. I upgraded Abe to improved carrying 2, and Frankie to super duper hard digging. We also were able to start researching filtration. Day 27, almost done getting these pipes installed. They were a little too high, so we had to kind of MacGyver them up there so they could finish, installing it. We finished filtration research, and now we're starting to research flow redirection. I decided to print out more fertilizer because I'm still not ready for another kit. Day 28, we need to get some water bottled. I'm gonna need it soon for a lot of things. I reset the kids' priority till we get back on track. Almost got our first laboratory built and starting to set the groundwork for the nasty water to go to the nasty water holder. And we got our fresh water going through the pipes to the toilets now, and they couldn't get to that. Great. Day 29, there we go. We got to go into the nasty water holder and started building another nice toilet to start getting rid of the carbon dioxide from the freshwater basin, and finish flow redirection research and started to build a bottle filler for easier water transport and got 2 nice looking toilets. Next on the list, better sinks. On day 30, Nicola got food poisoning from eating contaminated food. Good thing we have a curative tablet made so he can just fix himself with that. Almost got the bottler finished, and I had to redo some of the pipes to work better for the sinks and toilets. Gotta have the kids mop up all the shit. I reject more of the kids because I don't think we are ready for more kids. Day 31, we need to grow more food and finish taking care of the spill. Nice, the pipes are set up. More food, and start researching agriculture. On day 32, we built 2 new sinks to hopefully speed up hand washing and make cleanup easier. We moved around the battery and the generator, and we moved the compost closer to the deodorizer. Day 33, we finished agriculture. Now we can get micronutrient fertilizer to increase plant growth rate, as well as a fridge, and started extending this area out to build a crafting station, remove one of the deodorizers, and I'm looking for a chef for the next kid. I think I'm going to start moving the farm to start a greenhouse lower in the base, which, foreshadowing, turned out to be a big mistake, but I won't realize that yet. Day 64, got the layout for how I want the greenhouse, and hopefully they focus on it today, but I might have to give them top priority on it. Yeah, I decided to make it top priority. They managed to get most of it done, but it will bleed over into day 35. Day 35, finished up the greenhouse, almost lost Lindsay and Abe to suffocation. I didn't think I could have cut it any closer to them dying. Okay, now I can cut away the top priority and let it slow down a bit. Day 36, we finished the rest of the greenhouse, and let's get everything reaching equilibrium again. It's time for the next kid, Max. And I went back on wanting one who could cook. I really wanted somebody who could start decorating the place. And I don't know if you guys can see that, but I literally built the greenhouse to the maximum space it could be to be considered a greenhouse. I forgot to build a bed for Max. Day 37, 1 more sink built and 1 more bed for Max. I started to build out a kitchen to start making food and start researching food repurposing. After we finish the research, we need to get temperature modulation so we can cool the greenhouse down. Day 38, I realized I need to focus on temp control because this is pumping out a shit ton of heat and it's making my crops die. Oh man. I upgraded Nicola to improved construction, and I upgraded Max to aesthetic design to help this base start to look better. Day 39, I started to figure out where I want the living areas and give Steve the critter ranching skill. We finished researching temperature control, so let's get the greenhouse insulated and cooled down, build an ice maker, and almost finished building insulated walls. Day 40, we finished building the insulated walls and the cooling fan, but it isn't working fast enough, so I'm going to have to rebuild the farm to see if it helps. Day 41, started and finished researching portable gases. I'm going to resume food repurposing to start the kitchen-made, planned out grill, micro, musher, egg cracker in the fridge, and had to start moving around the farm a bit to make the cooling more impactful. On day 42, we're finishing up changing the farm around, so we should be done messing with it and can focus on sleeping area and the kitchen. We will start giving the kids specific priorities and start getting rid of these lights because I really don't think they're doing anything for these plants. And I also decided to reject more kids. On day 43, we reset the priorities to try keeping it that way. We worked on a little barracks room for the kids and tried to finish up the kitchen and finish food repurposing and started researching brute force refinement, but I want all this food and stuff to be stored in the kitchen. Day 44, we got the kitchen going. We can start making some food that is slightly better because it can be cooked. And we finish researching brute force refinement and start the groundwork for the rock crusher. Day 45, we make some walking space through here. We try to finish building their sleeping quarters and moved around the deodorizer since this one wasn't really doing anything anyway. We started researching distillation to clean polluted water, and we upgrade Max to make Masterworks. Now I want to start making this place look good, so let's add some decor tasks. Day 46, not looking for more kids yet. We finished researching distillation. We started researching smart home. I want them to finish moving the beds and make the place look better. Got the barracks done and finished researching smart home. Day 47, I want to start getting rid of these non-automated farms to save some time. I want to see how these sculptures function for decor. And we upgrade Abe to grilling too, so we can use the spice grinder, and we'll set him to be only cooking from now on. Yeah, just a heads up. I didn't use this spice grinder ever. So, yeah, pretty useless. Day 48, we added another storage container for uncooked food so the fridge isn't so packed. So I put a bunch on top priority, including the decor, the sculpting block, and this pathway. Upgrade Lindsay to better digging, and I accidentally destroyed the wires. Day 49, I reject more kids. I think it's time to build a place to make power, and I think I'm going to build it around here and have everyone work on it. We were almost able to finish it, but I let the kids eat and go to bed, and I let them sleep in a little bit, because I'm so nice. Day 50, we got the coal generator going. Hopefully this is more efficient, and I built a carbon skimmer to delete this carbon dioxide. Got to start planning to filter this nasty water back into clean water and start researching advanced power regulation. Day 51, time to build a lab for better organization. Max is doing a good job making nice sculptures. I have to rearrange the farm at some point so I can grow blossom seed, but I need to illuminate it. I upgrade Nicola to improved construction. We finished advanced power regulation research, and we started to research smart storage. Day 52, we decided to start growing blossom seeds in this room since I can easily put light fixtures in. Got rid of the polluted oxygen from the lab. I gotta get these plants water. Upgrade Steve to critter ranching too. Day 53, finish researching smart storage so I can sweep and store things easier and closer to getting the lab set up, which apparently makes it more efficient to research. I start to set up a deodorizer to get rid of this polluted oxygen, and I could probably build a room around the water. Day 54, finish the deodorizer. I want them to finish the lab, so I made it their top priority to finish it. I gave Frankie the electrical engineering upgrade, and I got the lab finished. Started researching the liquid-based refinement process, because getting rid of salt water is probably something we're going to have to do to filter the polluted water. Day 55, printed out some coal and started a process to move this good water to a bigger storage tank and turn the copper ore into copper because it would allow me to make auto sweep, maybe, and make sure to start mining all this copper because we are running out. Started to pump out the water into the big basin and just finished researching liquid-based refinement, and I just noticed I can make a fire pole to get my kids to descend quicker. Probably should have built that many days ago. Let's get that research going. I need to make another place for power because I'm starting to overload this generator with electricals. Day 57, finish the advanced research and immediately start to build some of the poles to speed up their movement, going down at least. And I think I'm going to build a generator battery here and start rewiring to the grid. Day 58, printed out more copper ore and finish up building the next power plant. Somehow I need to figure out what to do with the natural gas geyser. I found a way to deal with it under fossil fuels. I could build around it and maybe do something with it, but it's going to make carbon dioxide and polluted water. So I have to plan for it pretty quickly and set up another pole near their beds. Day 59, I want more kids now, so I gotta start expanding their rooms, try to finish this room a bit, finish the water seed for later, and finish researching fossil fuels, and started researching textile production. Day 60, needed them to hurry up and finish taking care of the bristleberries. I upgraded Max with improved strength, and Abe with medicine compounding. The liquid pump is almost done, and we can move it to the polluted water, and I still need to figure out what phosphate is. Day 61, we get a new kid, Stinky, who will be our cook full time. And I just thought about it now, but that bottle filler should be more towards the middle of the base. Got Nicola cured of food poisoning, and got that fan going quick. There you go. Feel better? I gotta find a way to regulate the temp better than the fan. I guess HVAC might help to vent this place and help it cool down a bit. Day 62. I think temp rises, so I put some venting air tiles to hopefully disperse some of the heat for now, until I figure out a better system. I can see the writing on the wall with this farm. I think I need to rebuild it somewhere else entirely. I think I need to build it higher. Day 63, start to build a new farm for when this one eventually fails and finish textile production. Just started researching home luxuries. We also upgraded Lindsay to super hard digging. Day 65, I had to drain this polluted water, so I set up a liquid basin to store it till I'm ready to get rid of it. And I forgot to connect the new pipes to the bottler after I got rid of the old pumps. Whoops. Day 66, I think it's time to expand the water basin and start getting rid of some of the polluted water. Get rid of the carbon skimmer and upgrade Nicola to demolition. I turn this on to top priority to take care of these berries. Day 67, I finished installing the pipe for the filtering process. Waiting on Lindsay to finish the research. Got rid of the farm because it's too hot. I should have picked a better spot in hindsight. I finished researching home luxuries and now I have to figure out how to make plastics. Well, I found plastic research, so I guess that's next. Day 68. Where's this water coming from? It's coming from somewhere, I'm not sure where. I gotta build more storage containers and I gotta mop all this up. Upgrade Steve to advanced research and continue to destroy this farm. Day 69, I still have them set to destroy the farm. We'll have to figure out what to do down here later. That water showed up again. I'm not sure what's causing that. Upgrade Stinky to grilling too. Now he can use the spice grinder, which I never used. We finished plastic manufacturing, so now we can actually make plastic. I'm just gonna say right now, never made plastic. Could never figure out how to get nectar, and I couldn't figure out how to get petroleum. Got to build a natural gas generator, and I want to build a room dedicated to cleaning carbon dioxide from this room. Day 70, I start to get ready for the natural gas, and I build a place to filter the carbon, and we will print muckroot. That's fine. Upgraded Frankie to improve strength, and getting the room going for the natural gas generation, and started researching ranching. Day 71, almost done getting the natural gas room ready and the room for carbon dioxide ready. At this point, I did notice that it leaks polluted water and it doesn't go into a pipe, so I had to build something under it to catch it. Day 72, this should be it for the natural gas generator. We'll get ready to go sometime today. Oh, I can give them hats. I didn't know I could do that. We're ready to bring in the natural gas. We finished ranching research, so now we can look into that. And I forgot I need to pump the gas into it. It doesn't just flow in. Day 73, trying to work around the mess I made. I'm letting natural gas leak out. Didn't do the best job at all being prepared for this. The kids are suffocating themselves because I didn't give them a ladder. It's not the most efficient build, but it's done for now. I printed out fungal spore. Day 74, I'm having some leakage issues with the natural gas. I should have made a checkpoint to get in there. Maybe I can still do that. It's not very efficient. But I made them have to pass through the oxygen room to get to the natural gas room and decided to make a battery to store some extra power. Started researching improved ventilation so they don't get affected by overpressure as much. I definitely didn't need to flood this room with natural gas. That was a mistake. Day 75, I got tired of seeing the carbon dioxide down where the farm used to be, so I'm building a carbon skimmer. And my natural gas farm is not working. Too much pressure. I need another room to store natural gas. I think I have to move stuff around to get the generator out of the gas. That damn water again. Day 76, I think it's time to rebuild the natural gas generator. I think I'm gonna make the poop water go into the old farm. Finished researching fine arts, and now researched improved plumbing. I also reject everything. Day 77, getting the natural gas generator going soon. Got them all on top priority. There we go, that's better. Great, Max got slime lung. Hopefully a curative tablet will help. Nope, doesn't help, and I don't have balm lily flower to make a med kit. Where is this water coming from? I made them finally start taking care of this polluted water. Day 79, time to rewire the power system so we can utilize the natural gas generator. And now I have natural gas leaking into the outside. Destroy the algae plants in here, they're no longer needed. Not sure what to do with this room yet. And now I have a flooded kitchen with natural gas. I had to get it out. And Stinky suffocated. God damn it. Well, we gotta bury him. I never buried him. Leveled up Lindsay to super hard digging. And we'll welcome Amari to the family. You're our brand new cook. Welcome. Don't ask about what happened to the previous cook. Day 80, I realized there's probably not a chance I can bury him. So he's just gonna have to sit here in the piss water. We started researching improved plumbing. And we went ahead and built more lights. And I decided to block the natural gas for now. Day 81, it's that water again. I'm still not sure what caused it. Made some nice masterpieces into the statues. It's the ice. The duplicates were putting the ice into the damn storage containers. Let's put decor all over the base. Day 82, I just spent basically the whole day putting up more decor. Day 83, I rejected all the kids, and Nicola got food poisoning again. It's always Nicola. Well, we can get him a curative tablet. We finished researching improved plumbing. Day 84, I upgraded Nicola to advanced research and Amari to grilling and start to upgrade the tiles a bit. I also destroy these statues and replace them with the bigger ones, and I build a textile loom. Damn it, there's still more ice in these containers. Day 85, just putting up more decor, better tiles, and we clean up a base a little. Upgrade Steve to field researcher. You better do another plate chucker statue or I'll be upset there's 3 of them in one different one. Day 86, I try to expand my base up more and get more algae in the kitchen to help reduce oxygen and get rid of carbon. Build a fire pole up to the top floor, and I want to try to build an animal farm up here. Built out the little area for the animals. We decided we needed to research animal control. Great, Frankie got slime lung. Oh, I didn't realize that the slime, when broken, released slime germs into the air. Upgrade Abe to advanced medical care. And Frankie to improved carrying. Day 88. We will wait for them to finish their stuff, and we'll make the habitat top priority, and build more storage bins. And I want to replace the base tiles with granite, and give me that red suit. I give the suit to Max, and I upgrade Amari to grilling too. Day 89. The room was finished, and we need a grooming station, a drop-off, and a pickup station, and a feeder. Then we can put animals in here. Day 90, there's 10 days left in the challenge. We got the base looking good. The animal place is done. So we got to wrangle up some critters. We wrangled up Teddy 1 and Teddy 2. And Frankie finally cured his slime lung. Day 91, we started researching gourmet meal prep. And Steve got slime lung. Awesome. We got to work starting to build some showers. So I started building out the pipes. And got a place picked out for the location. I also rejected all the kids. Day 92, we make the showers the top priority. Look at the kids go. And we added a bath time before downtime. Day 93, gotta make sure they add coal to the generators. We build 2 more algae plants to help suck the carbon dioxide. And Nicola got food poisoning again, of course. We got that cured fast. Day 94, I think it's time to let more natural gas in. We finished gourmet meal prep, so now we can use the gas range. Let's see. It could be too big for the room, but it turns out to be a perfect fit. It needs natural gas. Good thing I already have the pipes. We can make that work. Unfortunately, we lack most of the ingredients, so it's probably time for another farm. Day 95, we accepted 3 more hatchling eggs, and we finished the planter boxes. And it got hotter again, so it's halting these plants, so we gotta make it cooler. We also don't have any seeds for the upside down plants. Day 96, we set up to build an incubator to speed up the eggs process. And Nicola got slime lung. Let's just accept that I didn't handle the slime too well because they keep getting sick and we need to hook up the incubator. Aww, it's so cute, he sings to it. And it's incubating faster. Oh, they get groomed too. Aww, so cute. We upgrade Lindsay to improve carrying too. Day 97, got rid of these useless farm tiles and got some decor in the animal habitat. And one of the babies hatched. Let's go. Day 98, the base is heating up a lot. I need to start trying to fix that. Heat, probably with more ice fans. Rejected all the kids. Lindsay got food poisoning, and I started digging out all the stuff down here. Day 99. It's our last day in the challenge. I just want to take a moment to say thank you guys for watching if you made it through to the end. I do this stuff as a side hobby, so it would mean a lot to me if you guys hit that like button if you liked it, Maybe you leave the comments some helpful tips, or just tell me what you thought of the video. And it was fun, seeing how the base went from day 1 to now. In hindsight, I would have done the base differently, because I can see we are basically heading towards doom. But we did what we could with the knowledge we had. Such is life, and such is oxygen not included. Thank you for watching. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe if you liked the video. It helps out the channel a lot. If you're interested in watching another video just like this one, click here to see my surviving 100 days and 7 days to die. And if you want a recommendation, I highly recommend my buddy Oxy's video on the permadeath in Don't Starve. It's a great video. Go give him a watch. Tell him I sent you. Appreciate you guys. And I'll see you guys in the next video.